Hello and welcome to Technology Artist in New York. My guest today is Cheng from Wall Street Tech, and he speaks about the upcoming Monero Hardfork. He also explains why you may want to use Monero over Bitcoin in order to protect your privacy.
I'm Patrick, so one of all the co-founders at Cubicle. So we've been doing meetups for quite a long time. So we just started doing meetups again this year. So we decided to incubate the Monero community since we see that it's starting to grow, and I see the benefits of it. Where in the beginning, Bitcoin, everyone thought it was anonymous back in the day, pseudo-anonymous, until you read all these articles. They could track everything what you do with your coins, and then that's just really annoying that you can't even use your Bitcoins because you're afraid that somebody else might do something wrong with it. And then that's where Monero comes into play. I mean, for people that actually have used Bitcoin to buy stuff or just use it, it's just very annoying. You want to give Bitcoins to friends or family, or maybe your friend wants to buy just $20 off of you, but you don't know what the hell he's going to do with it. He's going to buy drugs on the dark web. If he buys drugs on the dark web, your Coinbase will close your account, even though you didn't buy it, because supposedly Coinbase monitors how many hops you have, up to 5 hops of the transaction. You send it to your friend, they can see where it goes. MoneroV, the April Hardfork, well, this is a real Hardfork supposedly, right? For those that might know. So if anyone decides to claim MoneroV at the end of April 30th or 28th, just be safe about it. Transfer all your Monero out to another address right before the snapshot happens. And then when the snapshot happens, transfer your coins back to your original wallet. And then right after the snapshot, take your coins back out, put it back, and then go claim it with your key, because then it'll be empty, right? So that's a smart way of doing it. So sub-addresses, keep in mind that Monero, the new addresses, they start with the number 8. Previously, it starts with the number 4 for regular Monero addresses. And this solves a big flaw in the system where, let's say you have a Binance account, you got Bittrex account, you got Polo account, and you wanted to withdraw your Monero to your address. Unless you have 3 separate Monero wallets, they all might be going to the same address, because in a Monero wallet, you only get one address. But sure, you have integrated addresses or payment IDs, but supposedly you could extract your original address out of it, and they could see that, okay, you came from 3 separate exchanges, and they just know that money went into the address, but obviously they don't see where it goes. But if anyone's doing an investigation or whatever, they can see you withdraw X amount of money, and they're able to link your Polo account, your Bittrex, and your Binance account. You're like, oh, this is the same guy because the address is the same, right? So sub-addresses solves that problem. And because with the creation of sub-addresses, there's no need for payment IDs anymore. No more need for payment IDs and integrated addresses. So that's a really big thing, which I just learned today. So that's going to be deprecated down the line, and exchanges will start using sub-addresses. I mean, Monero's been out for so many years, and they never have MultiState until now. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's how maybe complicated it is to code something like that. But it's just the fact that there's barely any wallets for this coin. That's just like what the hell, it's worth billions of dollars, and there's you have to manage your stuff in the console and terminal, and which is how Bitcoin was back in the days too. So which is kind of attracted me to it. There's something here. Why is this thing worth billions of dollars and it's only command line only a lot of times, right? So MultiState opens the ability for much bigger institutions and other high net worth people to get into Monero, because now they can secure the coins much more properly with multiple keys versus previously you just have one private key and you can't really do a multi-sig setup, which is also required for support for a hardware wallet. And another update is Bulletproofs. So Bulletproofs is basically a type of compression, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, is a type of compression, because right now the way Monero is private is that because it's private, the transaction size is very high. So that's why it's over 50 gigabytes if you were to download the whole entire Monero blockchain, and it's very heavy on the data because it does all this mixing or whatnot. So Bulletproofs saves like 80 to 90%, and supposedly they're going to release it in March, but they didn't, so they pushed it to the September hard fork, and we'll see how that goes. And when that happens, fees will be cheaper, because right now it's kind of high sending a Monero. It's about 50 cents to $1, so you can't really, it's not sub pennies. It's more expensive than Bitcoin, but you get what you pay for with privacy, right? If you want to be private, you have to pay for it. Next thing is, so the next March update, so this is a really big deal. So they're pretty much killed off the Monero ASICs that Bitcoin just released. Like, actually, they didn't even ship anything yet. They just took money. Originally, it was $12,000 they were selling it for like, maybe like 3 weeks ago, I think it went live or something like that. It was like the first batch, 12 grand, and then just like 2-3 weeks later, now it's 2 grand. Like, and then even when they ship it, when they ship it, it's after April 6th. So these machines are pretty much useless. They're like doorstops, super expensive doorstops. So it's pretty ingenious what these guys did. I mean, it's pretty like mad balls for the developers to screw over, these guys, and they invested all this money into it. But then they were mining the Monero with these ASICs like 3 or 4 months when it was manufactured back in like maybe November or October. There's most likely going to be a gigantic drop in difficulty on April 6th. So whoever's still mining, it might be a good idea to jump onto Monero when that time comes, because I'm sure there's a lot of miners that don't even pay attention to these updates, and they're going to have running old software, and then difficulty is going to just drop like crazy, and then everybody just mine a whole bunch when that day comes. So I would imagine that might happen.
Thank you for watching Technology Artist, and thank you Patrick Cheng and WallStreet Tech for this presentation. If you're interested in additional videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and click on the little bell so you're getting notifications when we have a new video. Thank you for watching Technology Artist.